We got to see Demko obviously out on the ice at the beginning of practice this morning. A positive step?
Yeah, I mean, it's he's taking more shots, more tougher shots. He's doing, it's just part of the plan, and we're just going to stick with it.
Last night you just mentioned, kind of looking back at that game, you liked a lot of the parts of it. What stood out to you as probably the biggest positive out of that one?
Yeah, I love the gapping of our defense with the forwards, the connection of there. I thought it's probably one of our better games of the connection with the five. Just not the defense, and I thought the tracking was good. Not as many odd man rushes. When you group that together, you can control the game a little bit better. So it was a good game management game. Obviously, getting guys depth scoring helped, and getting some guys off. Jake getting a goal, Petey getting a goal. I mean, it's good. It's good for their confidence.
When it comes to managing those odd man rushes, does that go back to just video, or is that a matter of energy and effort?
Well, there's video, and then there's practice, and then there's sometimes as a coach, you got to use your ace in the hole sometimes, and sometimes they got to hear some stuff they don't want to hear. And I think the one thing with these guys are really receptive of that. They understand. And the good thing is I don't even have to say it. Like they basically said the last couple of games it's unacceptable, and it so far those two games less and less. I mean, San Jose there was a bit more less than before, but there was some, and then obviously Anaheim was less. So hopefully we can start that trend.
I know you like how Kevin has played in goal. I mean, who wouldn't? But he's also not done this in a while. And I wonder what you think of sort of his mental approach and whether you see a guy that's able to stay in the moment or how he's handling it.
Well, I think that's what it is. He's staying in the moment. Like he's not even, he doesn't even think who we're playing Saturday night. Like he's just, obviously he's going to play tomorrow. And that's all he's thinking about. And he's thinking about his practice with Marco at 12:30 today. The goalie, the drills he does, like I talked to him, like he doesn't think too far ahead. And talk about staying in the moment. He is staying in the moment, and I think that's the best way for any player, but even for him.
I know that you knew that Kiefer Sherwood was hard to play against based on how he played against you in the playoffs. Did you know he was as good a player as what he's showing for you then?
Well, I got to give credit to the staff, our pro scouting staff. Obviously, Patrick and Jim, they identified, what I like, which is great, but also what they like, and they try to go find those players. I mean, obviously, he's been a bright spot with our team because he just adds that juice. Even when our team's a little quiet, he's chirping on the bench. He's getting people that usually don't talk much on our bench talking. So it's contagious, and and obviously. I talked to him this summer 3 or 4 times, and he said, he had some offensive game to him, and you can see that he has it.
Does he have a certain drive that maybe he's got because it hasn't been easy for him? Undrafted, a bunch of different teams, 3 waivers, free agent.
He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's kind of like Gars. They got that every day prove everybody wrong, and I think if you have that chip on your shoulder, that chip. It makes you not comfortable. He doesn't want to be comfortable, and I like that.
With the Blueger line, you expect them to be a hardworking, good forward-checking line, but they've also been able to generate some offense off the rush, not only in the last game, but even like the Pittsburgh game. Is there something they're doing on whether it's on the breakout or supporting the puck that's allowing them to create in transition too?
You said it. It's they're connected and they're supporting each other. Very rarely they're wide. If there's one, there's usually 2 there, and the third guy's in the triangle position. When I look at video, we have an overhead camera. You know why they're successful because they're close together, and I'll be honest with you, they have their warts sometimes in a game. But for the most part, they're system guys. I shouldn't say warts, but I'm saying sometimes that, they'll make a mistake, which is fine. But they're system guys. You got to have system guys on your team if you want to be successful, and they're system guys.
Any update on Forbert?
Week to week. So he's in that mode right now, week to week.
Dakota, any chance he's out there tomorrow night?
Probably not. No.
Was this a little bit of a setback? I know.
I just think we're taking a more cautious approach right now. I don't necessarily it's a setback, but we're playing a little bit more cautious.